Alrighty, what's quacking, everyone? Today I'm here to bring you the weapon that everyone loves to hate, the build guide for Neo Splash. Yes, when this weapon was released, Twitter had a meltdown. Everyone was like, bro, what is this? Thanks, Nintendo, ruining the game. If you play this weapon, you're ruining the comp scene, you're ruining the game, ruining the fun for everyone. But in all seriousness, I am bringing you some builds with this. I looked over Sendout, I looked over what I would run, and I've really kind of just put together what I thought would be the best for this weapon. And this weapon is extremely versatile. There's a lot you can run on this weapon that, you know, as long as you're not running stupid abilities, of course, but realistic builds, there's a lot you can run on this weapon. And for our first build, oh, hold on. For our first build, we have, this is what I see standard on this weapon for the most part. Some subs are switched up, of course, but this is what I would run. LD, Ninja Squid, Swim Speed, Special Charge with some Special Saver, and your utilities on the LDE. As I said earlier, you can run a multitude of things on this, but this is very standard average from what I've seen, like baseline wise from everyone. You're gonna have just, you know, 10 points off of your special, and this weapon paints a lot and quick. You're gonna have your special up a lot. The only downside to this weapon is it doesn't paint its feet for the most part. When you shoot, you don't get any paint around your feet. That is one of the downsides to this weapon, but overall it's just very good painting. And the reason why I point out it doesn't paint your feet is because if you're in a fight and they paint your feet, you're not painting your feet and you're kind of screwed, so you have to be very careful of where you're taking fights with this weapon. But overall painting in general, very solid. And you're running Ninja Squid. This is a lightweight weapon. You're only losing that 0.1 off of the units per frame when swimming. This is overall fine. You're going to be smoothing, you're going to be killing, you're going to be throwing specials. This is a great overall weapon, and I highly recommend this. This gun works in every game mode as well. That's how versatile this weapon is. There's some weapons where I'm like, I wouldn't play it on this game mode, but this game mode. This is a weapon, every game mode works perfectly fine. A thing though is, I know Ninja Squid's not everyone's thing, or people can sacrifice the Ninja Squid because they don't shark or whatever. So if you're not akin to Ninja Squid, just swap that out. Put in a main of Swim Speed or whatever main of Special Charge, or yeah, Special Charge or Swim Speed is kind of the most optimal for the shirt, in my opinion. But you're just smoothing with the +2 to like that Swim Speed, and you're just going to be flying with this weapon and just being absolutely insane and a menace to everyone on the field. Now, I did say earlier this weapon is extremely versatile with what you can run. So you can run Stealth Jump, but also depending on what team you're going up against and what you want to run, Object Shredder is another great ability for this. Obviously, for all of this right here, Crab Tank does 130% damage amount. It really ups your damage against objects. It's in the name, Object Shredder, and this weapon shreds things. So this weapon, overall great thing. Running Object Shredder on this is very optimal as well, depending on what you're going up against and what you feel like you need Object Shredder for. Obviously, you can't just run Object Shredder if they're not using anything to shred, or you're not even on Rainmaker. So obviously, like, really think about when you're using Object Shredder, but for the most part, Object Shredder is also a great ability to use on this weapon. Now, another thing that I see a lot of people, not a lot of people, but, you know, very specific people run on this weapon is sub power up. 2 subs. It gives you a farther range with your bomb. Now, when I saw this is something I had to ask one of my comp friends about, because I was like, why would you run sub power up on a suction bomb? I understand burst bomb, why this one? Well, this one definitely puts you in a very good position to throw your suction bomb to where you're not giving away your position, and it gives you that extra range for specific maps to where you can throw your suction bomb to apply pressure to people who are in backline, or just overall general pressure with that extra range. This is like kind of map dependent, so it's kind of like a niche little, you have to know what map you're playing on if you're going to run this, but this is also very good for this weapon to apply a lot of pressure with suction bomb. Now, another thing to run on this weapon that is very useful as well is if you're going to be running just Special Charge up. If you want to focus on Tri-Strike play, which is something a lot of people are mostly going to do anyways, this weapon paints a lot, but if you want to make sure you get your Tri-Strike up just a little bit faster than your opponent, this is it right here. And because you're most likely going to be playing aggressive as well, you have your Special Saver, so if you die, you have all that saved up just in case you die when you're about to get it. So this is a very good build as well for just spamming Tri-Strike and just going in. especially with, you know, people using crab, or if you want to apply pressure on zones or in specific areas and you wall off specific areas as well. This is definitely a good build for that. Since I know a lot of people are just going to be spamming tri-strikes, this is what I see a lot of people do. Sometimes they'll also swap out the shirt for it or the shoes as well for special charge up. So basically special charge up can kind of slot anywhere as well. Doesn't matter where you need it. If you want to run a main of special, there it is. Or if you want to still run a main, or you want to still run special charge up, but you don't want to sacrifice any main slots, 2 to 3 of them. I see some people run 3, some people run 2. In the earlier builds I was putting 2 in there. That's definitely what you want to be running if you want to, you know, use more tri-strikes. And for the last build that I'm going to talk about, this is just if you don't want to run LDE, or if you just for some reason don't want to run a main of special charge up, or maybe a main of swim speed on your head. QR, you find yourself dying a lot. QR on the head, I recommend more so 2 subs as special saver, because obviously if you're running QR, you're dying a lot. I die a lot. I put on QR all the time. So this would be a great thing for just QR, special saver. This weapon paints a lot. If you're not going for special spam, if you're trying to be more, you know, focused on fighting them instead of just farming special every 30 seconds, then this would be something like that as well. And overall, all of these builds are just very solid. This weapon is, again, is very versatile. You can swap out a lot of things from this weapon, really mix and match a lot of these abilities as well. So this is just, there's a reason why this gun is meta, okay? This weapon is meta. It's versatile. It's all over the place. The only thing it does lack, it has its weaknesses, is its range. Of course, it doesn't paint its feet. And to be fair, even though the suction bomb is a very good bomb, it takes a lot of ink, so you can definitely catch someone if they're trying to spam suction bomb a little bit too much. They throw it in a bad situation, you catch them off guard, they run out of ink when trying to shoot at you, they only get a couple shots and they go click click click, oh, I got no ink. So this weapon is just very solid overall. I'm not surprised to see everyone running it, and I'm not surprised to see people complaining about it, but there are definitely counters. We were talking about counters on my stream as well. That's something I have to emphasize. Counters to this weapon, along with, you know, counters to vanilla splash as well. So overall, great weapon, great builds. Basically, if you want to climb, this is a solid overall weapon. Go for it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take some of these builds into consideration, and I will see you in the next one.